All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started, right? I know it's already 5:30. Some of you may be coming in late. Hopefully you can join without me having to click everybody in. So really fast, guys, we're going to do just like a really, really light, fast warm-up, 5 minutes, and then we're going to get straight into the lessons. Talking in place right now, guys. There we go. Super simple. Oh, my goodness. Woo, it's nice and warm today. Yeah, for sure. Good, good, good. Go, guys. So we're going to do everything 30 seconds here today, guys. It's nice and easy. We have a little less time for our family class. So we're going to try to get straight to the material. If you didn't get a chance to see the earlier class, guys, we're going to go ahead and be editing it and putting it up so that you can get it good. Now, knees are going to go high now, right? Good. But we'll edit that so you can see it. We covered for the children a review of 4.1 lesson plan as they get ready to test. They did some knee on belly, side-to-side surfing drills, and some arm bars. So today with our adults, we'll be focusing on collar drags and single legs off collar drags as we progress. So nice and simple. We have 30 seconds-ish. Good. Heels to your bottom, guys. So the heels are coming up. Have you been sweating?
Oh my gosh.
How you doing, guys? All right, let's knock over on off, guys. You go. Good. All right, guys, so all we're going to do is just nice, easy step outs right now. Whew. Just get our legs nice and warm. Step out, step out, step out, step out. Boom. Easy. Easy. There you go. And we're going to do a very specific drill here in just a second, guys, because of what we're going to do today. So, good. So check this out, guys. This next drill is going to be super specific. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step forward, make one leg straight, roll back, and then come up. Almost like I'm doing a standing side fall, right? So watch again. I step forward, leg comes out, and I come all the way up. All right, guys, time. All right, so at home, do me a favor really quick. Go ahead and knock out 5, 10 good push-ups, right? If you got 10, then you do 10. If you've only got 5 good ones, do 5 good ones. Quickly step off, grab some water, and then we'll be back in about a minute, right, to get started with our techniques. Guys, so today we are going to be looking at the lesson plan for the takedowns, which is a 9.3, excuse me, 9.3. It's a standing module that we do out of the CTA curriculum. And so in the CTA curriculum module, like I said, 9, lesson 3 deals with collar dragging where the opponent goes all the way down to the knees and we end up taking the back. Collar dragging where the opponent responds by coming down, but it doesn't go all the way to the knees and we end up in a single leg. Now, the one thing that I will say about this when you do practice collar drags is just remember, guys, collar drags are considered very, very dangerous because if you do them right, especially in a competition setting, or even with a partner who knows it's coming, depending on how you fall, how good of a tug that you get, it can cause very aggressive actions on the spine, on the knees, on the hips, right? And obviously in tournament, I've actually landed a couple of good collar drags in tournament. Man, you will disorient that guy really well to the point that you'll pretty much have your way with them for just a little bit. So that being said, we're going to start with a very, very basic grip break situation and a hold. So let me show you what that's going to look like. Can I borrow you really quick? So guys, check this out really quick. So we're going to go with a traditional kind of collar and elbow grip, right? So this is going to be our traditional collar and elbow grip. So all I'm going to do from here, guys, is I'm going to take a sleeve grip. I'm going to retract my hand, take a sleeve grip. I'm going to create some tension, pop it off. And now look, you see how he still has a hold on my elbow? That's going to be very common. So here's a couple of things that are going to happen. I'm going to roll his hand down and away. I'm going to step clear my elbow this way. I'm going to reach back in to the actual grip. That's where we're going to start. Okay, so watch it again. I'll do it from the opposite side, right? So we're set up here, nice and simple. I reach for sleeve. I get the sleeve, create tension, pop it off, step back, rip the grip out, come inside for my grip. Now, this is important. Make sure the hand is down. make sure the grip is here. So that's where we're going to start, guys. We're going to be doing about a minute or two back and forth. All right, so really quick, guys, for those of you guys that are joining us now, both of these guys have extensive judo experience, right? So you'll see them moving a little bit differently, and that's cool. If you got judo experience, you might have some habits and want to go a different direction. Today's class is set up around the same side kind of a grip. So once I strip my grip, I'm going to come back in on the same side. This next portion, and the precursor drill now is I'm still going to do that side fall kind of a movement. So I'm going to the grip, I'm going to make my grips like this. I'm going to start to step in to do my kind of collar drag, but I'm not actually doing the collar drag yet. You're going to see me let go of the collar on purpose. Let me show you what that looks like. Not Micah, sorry. Maxine, can I borrow you, please? So guys, check this out really quick. This is how it's going to sit up. So we're set like this, right? I come, I create my tension, I grip, I rip this off, I come back in. Look what I'm going to do. I have this control. I'll do this at a slight angle so you can see. This is going to be that hand that actually ends up pulling. I'm going to step. I'm going to start to sit, but I'm purposely going to let go right now, right? This is just a precursor drill to start getting me ready to do that tug. And this tug, my body is accelerating it. I'm not really pulling so much here. Having the muscle to do that is great, but I want to still be able to do a good collar drag when I'm 50, 60, 70, not just when I'm young. So check it out. I'm right here. I take my grip. I strip. Boom. I'm going to strip. And I'm ready for this series. In the next series, we'll start pulling our friends down nice and lightly. So check this out. So we started off, guys, very basic circuit of RU. So we started off very basic with a collar and elbow grip, right? And so the idea was simple. Ideally, I come here, I release, I create some tension, I pop the grip. He still has a hold of my arm, though. So I step back, rip this out. I still have this control here. I came here, right? The next drill was just to kind of easily step in. I was going to release here. I just started the pull, right? And I do this, right? The idea, we'll turn this way. The idea is that I'm accelerating my partner to the ground because my body is dropping at a constant rate of speed. Now, the next piece, I'm just going to pull lightly, but my partner's going to give me a very specific feed, right? So the idea here is that I pulled him hard enough that he actually went to his knees, right? So again, we're trying to be nice to our partner, so I'm not really going to accelerate him very hard, right? But my partner's going to go to his knees. So from the start position, right here, I come through, I come here, I strip, I grab, I start to do this. When my partner goes to his knees, let's turn sideways like this, coach. So check this out. This is important. It doesn't matter where his leg lands. Sometimes your leg lands in between his, sometimes it doesn't. You have to keep this grip here. Because if I do bring him down, he's immediately going to start turning into me. This keeps him away. That push. Does that make sense, guys? So I have to take that push. Now I'm going to tuck this leg and come up. Because my next piece, obviously, is to try to take the back. I can seatbelt him here, either insert my knee here, or step over, right? So let's watch that again, right? So the idea is going to be bring him down, push, and then come up to take the back. Now, this very specific feed is for a partner that you pulled, or an opponent that you pulled to the ground. You shock them well enough that they hit the ground, knees and hands, right? So that's what we're kind of looking at, that response. So again, we're set up, right? I managed to get this far, boom, boom, I come, I pull, boom. Now, my hand is already here, you see, I'm already pushing hard. I'm hugging, I'm tucking, and I'm coming in, right? I'm already getting ready to take the back. So that ideally is the feed. Now, I'm going to mimic it one time without a partner so you can kind of see what my body is doing. So without a partner, I started here, I came back, I stripped the grip, ripped my elbow clean, I grab in, I step, I come here, boom. Ideally, that's what I wanted to. But if you notice, because I was pulling coach down, it was very hard for me to even lay down. So once I noticed that no longer this pull in this direction is working, now I have to create my frame that way with a forward momentum there. If I don't, coach's going to push right back into me, and I got nothing. If my leg stayed in, perfect. When I tuck, I already have one hook. That's perfect. Sometimes it won't happen that way, though. So as soon as you push, sometimes your leg's not in the right spot. Tuck it, grab the hip, come up. Again, the concept is pretty simple here in the sense that what we're looking at is we're looking at we're looking at the collar drag, right? And like I said, Professor Caio talks about this all the time. He always asks everybody to please be very careful with this one. Because like I said, done well, I mean, it's a very shocking kind of a movement. It can really disorient people, and in some cases, maybe even take them out of the fight, especially if it was a situation where you're not on some nice mats. It can be very aggressive when you're on mats. Now, if you can get it clean, great, you come through, right? Now, in this last case, what we were working under the assumption that you started to do the pull. You do the pull, the guy comes to their knees, right? So they committed all the way down, or you got them to commit all the way to the ground. Now, that's cool if they go to their hands and knees, but sometimes they don't go to their hands and knees. Sometimes they're actually able to step over the leg, right? You don't trip them, right? And so when you pull them down, it's more something like this. Maybe the hands go like this, and they don't go all the way down. So now getting to the back is very difficult. But what you can do now is you can get to the leg, right? So if I'm mimicking the technique, right? If I'm set up here with them, I strip, I rip my elbow clean, I grab, I start to come in here. I wanted to come all the way to the ground, but I didn't get it, right? I didn't even get this far. They didn't even get to their knees, right? Their leg is still up. So now creating this next frame is super important. A lot of times I tell people, pretend like you're pushing or punching into their neck, but it's not just the arm. Remember, the frame can work both ways. If I set up my frame like this, and hopefully you can see it in the picture here, if he pushes back into me first, before I push into him, then the frame is working for him. I have to, as soon as I get here, his leg is standing straight up, I have to lean and push as I'm doing this. So it's gonna be this, right? My forehead is kind of coming into his body. I'm hugging this leg. I keep this grip and I'm walking the single leg up. Does that make sense, guys? Right? So, can I borrow you, please? So look, guys, we're going to do it from this perspective, so hopefully it gives you a little bit better view, right? So the idea is fairly simple. We start here, right? And again, everything is pretty much the same. Boom, boom. I come in here. I wanted to do a good technique, but I didn't. This time, instead of coming here, he stepped over my leg. Yes. You see the angle now? He's in a great angle. If I don't do anything else, man, boom. He's just going to clobber me. So from here now, I have to straighten out my hand. I have to push as I'm coming up with this. Now, we'll turn this way really quick, guys. Actually, let's turn all the way this way. So there's a couple things that you need to understand. I'm only stopping right now to demonstrate. You never really stop with this. I would keep pushing him in one direction until I'm ready to switch directions. The moment you stop, right? If you were jumped in early on the video, I told you both of these guys have a lot of experience with judo. The last thing I want to do is stop right here. Man, he's going to launch me. Does that make sense? And I would rather not have that happen. So I would keep pushing him until it's time to take him down and then start my passes or whatever. Now, how you take him down is up to you. Maxime is actually a lot taller than me, right? So this variation here, push, 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 step, turn, doesn't always feel good for me, especially with old injuries. So because I wrestled for so long, I'm more comfortable with push, 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 switch, boom, and coming here. Again, it's only going to work if I keep his body moving. If I stop, he's going to launch me, he's going to launch me. It's bad, right? We're only stopping right now to demonstrate the movement so you can see it clearer. Okay, so one more time, just so you understand. In this variation, he stepped over the leg. He didn't go to his knees. I wasn't successful in getting him all the way down. So let's watch again. Again, we're set up. I come, I strip, I step in, I start to do this. Uh-oh, right there. I'm going to lean, push, and I'm coming into him. Oops. Yeah. Whatever you do, don't shove them into your wife's favorite painting either. All right, that's really important. Right? But push them up, guys. Once you get them up, change the angle, finish the single leg. Now, if you're by yourself like Anna, what is your drill going to look like? Anna, this is what your drill is going to look like, baby. Right? So you're still going to be here, strip the one grip, strip your elbow grip, grab his collar. Step in, Anna, like you did. Boom. Right? You're still going to do this for now. Now, you're going to sit up, you're going to push and tuck like this. And I want you to take at least 3 steps forward. On a 1, 2, 3, grab the leg, single leg. Does that make sense? But it's not 1, 2, 3, stop and go, Anna. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? It's not 1, 2, 3, stop, fix my hair, and then go. That would be bad. I do want to re-emphasize this. Just rest for a second if you want to, right? But let's say I did the pull, right, and I got the guy down here. I wasn't able to get him all the way down. He stepped over my leg, right? So he's in a really good position to kind of bulldoze me over. That's when this pulling arm turns into a framing / pushing arm. So I have to turn it into a framing / pushing arm. Now,
I see.
super, super important. In American wrestling, right, we use our forehead a lot. Some people aren't comfortable with using their head, and they start to come in and then they move their head this way or this way. Get comfortable with using your forehead, right? When I start to come up like this, I'm hugging the leg. I'm literally pushing into him like this, almost like Superman. I tell the kids sometimes, Superman, you're flying away.
Right.
But it's super important. Now, again, because of the discrepancy in sizes between Maxime and myself, man, even if I feel like I'm super spread out, his leg is so long, right? Now, the thing that you guys have to understand is I am pushing until I change angle, right? Now, I don't like to hold on to it, so I will push, grab, turn angle, and that's fine. But what you cannot do is you cannot push, stop, because you're going to, right? Especially with guys that have, like both of these guys have a lot of judo experience. And that would be really dumb for me just to go, oh, hey, why don't I just stop right now? That's just silly. I'm going to get hurt doing that. So just remember, it is a continuous motion until the time that you feel ready to, boom, change directions, okay? So here's what we're going to do, guys. In the last few minutes of this kind of class session, what I want you to do is this, right? And again, just kind of role play it in your head, right? So you're just going to, right off the bat, just break the grips a couple times, come in, dance around, right? Then one time, boom, you're going to pretend like you brought them all the way down. Second time, come up on the single leg, right? Now, I told Maxim this already, but maybe you guys didn't hear it. The single leg is only going to work if, when I start to push, the guy balances up and he comes up. Does that make sense? That's right. The guy doesn't do anything else. If he just literally stays tripoded, come up and take his back. Does that make sense? Right? Yeah. We don't talk about that option a lot, but it does happen from time to time. Injuries happen with drives, right? Because again, if you're really good and then all of a sudden, boom, you know, whip-flashing kind of effects happen. Guys land hard, and especially like at the older ages, some of us have bad shoulders and knees and hips and stuff like that, and we land hard and like, ugh. And so we don't move like we should. We move like we're in pain, because sometimes we are, right? And so you have to know those variations. So if they're on their knees, good, go to the back. If they don't go all the way over, if they step over and it's more like this, start to push into them, give them this response. All right, so that's going to be like the last 3-4 minutes, guys, and that's it for today. So let's get it. 1, 2, 3. As we close out, or as we get ready to close out, let me say it that way for today. First of all, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. I do want to say thank you to Maxime, guys, from Avenge Persona Jiu-Jitsu, guys. They're in Denver, guys, so a round of applause for Mr. Maxime, Mr. Micah. Also, Avenge, thank you very much. Miss Anna, always appreciate it. Oh, I like it, Anna. You did your actual round of applause, Anna. That was good. Thank you very much. Hey, guys, super, super important. Remember, a lot of people have been getting down because of this whole situation that we're in, but I want you guys to think positive, right? Drilling is where it's at, guys. It's super, super important that you understand. The nice thing that I like about this kind of self-imposed stay-at-home kind of thing here that's happening now is that it's super important. It's giving us the time to literally have to mimic it. And so for those of you guys that are having to do this by yourselves or having to explain it, it's perfect. It'll help you learn it that much better. So good job. Appreciate it. Also, guys, thank you to Big John, guys, for assisting us today. We're going to be running, we're going to try to run our normal class schedules all the way through, right? And we'll make it go from there. But other than that, guys, we'll bow out really quick and we'll call it good for the day. So this is where you got. There we go. Good, guys. Feet are together, guys. Hands are at your side. Oh, good. Thank you very much, guys.